Si te sientes solo en el mundo, no debes olvidar que somos muchos más. Pensar igual que tú, eligiendo camino contra el establecido. Una senda cuyo destino es sagrada los sueños sin mirar atrás, sin miedo de verdad. Con la que mantiene tu cuerpo en una espera.
Of Europe is of course a very interesting and in a way moving story. After 2 world wars, the decision to do it in a different way and to start working together as a continent.
For me, sharing Europe means people from all over Europe coming together in a space, in a safe space where we can talk about the issues and the challenges that we face in Europe and how we could build a prosperous and a vision that works for the future of citizens across Europe.
So it's about bringing democracy into people's everyday lives in a way that's meaningful for them.
To be part of that very huge network of friendship and human relations that defines our continent too.
Democracy isn't just about voting in an election. Democracy is about how you interact with politics and how you interact with society on a daily basis.
When I think about sharing Europe, then I mean inclusion of different cultures, religions, traditions into the concept of Europe.
Europe is not one people, one language, one culture. It's many peoples, many cultures, many nations, precisely because of that diversity that Europe is so rich.
Sharing Europe for me is being together and bringing people together. And well, we translated this today in a song of joy for Europe, composed of 24 languages, of each language a phrase, and then completed with a chorus.
We all have to surpass our differences and try to find a common ground in how we want to develop Europe further, and that we also have to address maybe problematic aspects of how Europe looks today. Have to surpass this, we wave the European flag and all look happy that Europe is so great, because we have very strong problems at the moment.
I'm very concerned about narrowing the European Union's platform. I do not think it should be just neoliberal economic and ideological platform.
At the moment we're seeing we have so many challenges to democracy and to the ideals that Europe is based on. So I think fostering this relationship or this reality of inclusion so that more citizens feel empowered in the European Union and are aware of the rights that they gain and the advantages of membership in the European Union.
Europe doesn't have to be necessarily about politics. It can be about something that citizens feel that is close to them and that they share with other citizens from other countries in Europe. Now our biggest issue is to try to see with the people what they expect more. What is the next step, but the concrete next step? Getting to have the results on everyday's lives, regarding environmental issues, regarding social issues, regarding health issues.
Europe, I would like to see, is a Europe that will be much more friendly towards young generations.
You know what, in our generation, the idea of borders doesn't exist. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can build a future that works for future generations.
I'm passionate about human rights issues and democracy and the rule of law, and I think that the European Union is so important as it's based on those common values and ideals, and it's so important that we protect those and continue to protect those and advance those.
I would like to see more media that is not only national, media that is maybe that reports across Europe and that has maybe, I don't know, that will report in different languages, sort of a kind of media approach on transnational European ideas.
We have to make sure that young people are actually representing at the leadership level, because it brings a diversity of thought and a fresh new approach to the challenges that we face.
Climate change, energy, terrorism, cybersecurity, refugees. Everything that we need to do in our continent is better done together than alone. So let's first agree on the basic principle that we need to do those things together and then start thinking about how to do it. So in a way, depoliticizing the big questions.
Collaboration is so important. We live in a time where we have less resources and we've got more growing social problems. And it's more important now that collaboration, we do collaborate in projects.
We should have more opportunities like this today, with a lot of people, with an open space, and bring Europe closer to the people.
Once we show that we are prepared to have European Union with different political, ideological platforms, economical, but also religious and cultural, I would be happy citizen of European Union.
It's crucial that we work on this climate where we are prepared to talk together and find common solutions, also compromises together, because the alternative is disaster, and we all know that.
I do believe that we are stronger together, and that's really the main message that I want to share.
Europa verenigen, de mensen in Europa verenigen voor een betere wereld. Ik denk dat het een ideaal is waar alle generaties, jong of oud, samen naar moeten streven.
So talk to each other openly and see how far we can come.
So that's the compromise that is Europe.